What's up guys? Tuesday, March 24th, just pulled up to my barbershop to do something with this. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I think I'll just do like a low fade like I normally do and leave the top a little long. Not like you guys care, but just so you know, in about 2 YouTube seconds, I'll look a little bit different. All right, so we are all done. For you guys, that was probably 2 seconds. For me, it was about 2 hours in real time. The place was packed, but it's all good. I got some emails done while I was sitting in there. And for the people who still ask what kind of haircut do I get when I go, very simple. It's a low skin fade around the sides and the back, and then just kind of scissor cut on top. So I gotta go home and wash out the gel that they put in there. And I also wanted to take this time while I'm driving home to give an enormous thank you. You know, that I just put out, if you missed it, I hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I just recently put out a video called YouTube Changed My Life, 100,000 subscriber thank you video. And it still, to this day, it blows my mind that we hit that number, but it meant the world to me, the amount of support I got, not only on that video, but leading up to it. And it was hard for me to actually decide how I wanted to release that 100K thank you video. And I'm still open to, I'll talk about it in just a minute, you know, a challenge or something like that, but I wanted to give a sincere thank you and show you the journey from day one to now and how far we've come. And I knew that if I wanted to make a thank you video, like just talking to you guys, I would have dragged it on for about an hour and nobody would have watched. So I tried to condense my, you know, 4.5 or so years on YouTube into a short 5-minute video. And I think I got the job done based on your response and your feedback. You guys, shit, I love you guys. You guys kick ass. You know, obviously you're the reason I'm still doing this and keep this channel going, but it's so hard to put into words or even in a short or long video how much I appreciate your guys' support. So thank you again, as always. I love you. But a lot of people are like, yo, Matty, what are you doing for the 100K video? Are you gonna do a challenge? Are you gonna do a 10,000 calorie eating challenge? Here's your opportunity in the comment section below of this video. Leave some suggestions about something you would like to see. You know, I put together that 5-minute video thanking you, but I know you guys want some kind of challenge or something extravagant, so I'm open to ideas. The 10,000 calorie thing, I've messed with the idea before. I just might do it, just for fun, I don't know. But leave some other suggestions you might have down below, maybe a collab. Really excited to see where this channel goes in the future. Got a lot of stuff planned. A lot of you guys have been asking for Brittany to make a channel or for us to make a couples channel, and we've talked about that before. So, big things. Hands on the wheel, Matt. Do you guys think that that's actually Christian Guzman's handwriting? I have no idea. If it is, dude, you should have been a doctor. Special thanks and shout out to my man Christian Guzman for hooking me up with some of his new Alpha Elite products that he just recently launched. So the new tank tops that he launched, the red, the mint green, and the royal blue right here, as well as this hunter green hoodie. So thanks a lot, bro. I really appreciate it. I love the clothing. I love what you're doing here. Really proud of you. You know, I remember you telling me about this concept a long time ago, and it's awesome to see it get put into the works and see how successful it's been. So keep grinding, man. You know, I'm behind you 100%. I support what you're doing, and I think this is great, man. So thank you again for hooking it up. And I think Zeus is a little pissed that you didn't get him anything. Are you mad you didn't get anything from Alpha Elite? Huh? You just said yes. I saw you shake your head. Alright, so I was just eating a Dannon Light and Fit Greek yogurt. You've seen this on the channel before. I absolutely love these little guys. The flavors are all great. The macros are on point. In this little container, 80 calories, 0 fat, 12 protein, and 9 grams of carbs. So if you haven't tried Dannon Light and Fit Greek yogurt, definitely try it out. Really good, highly recommend it. And I've put a lot of time into the website today. For those who didn't know, if you haven't been on the channel for a long time or following me for a while, about 2 years ago, I wrote an ebook called The Nutrition Survival Guide, and I put it out for free. So it is still free. If you guys ever want to pick it up, just enter your name, email, and then click me. It's free and it's yours. So if you're interested in that, it's right there for you if you want to give it a quick read. But the newest addition to the website is right up here, and it's called Ritz Corner. So that's something that we're currently working on. It's not really there yet. As you can see, it just says coming soon, but we are working on getting the About Me page, her first blog post. This will link to her Instagram, her Twitter, and the YouTube channel you are watching now, and possibly someday in the future, her YouTube channel, but we will have to wait and find out. But I think it will be a good addition to get her blogging. you know, she's not always around to do commentaries with me or talk to the camera for this YouTube channel. So I think if she has a blog, maybe discussing some of her food, her training, some pictures, going throughout her day, it would be interesting for some people to follow along on that journey. So something that's in the works. I'll obviously keep you guys posted on that, but it's around 5:15. I'm gonna go eat some food, and then we got high volume legs tonight. And we are back in the gym. I was hitting some legs, Brittany was hitting some back, and I went straight into my working sets here. So you see me with 6 sets of 3 at 225 pounds. So that's an increase from last week. Really happy with that. And I'm convinced that people in my gym really want to be on the YouTube channel since they managed to find their way right in front of the camera. So that happens a few times here. So unfortunately, I did not film as much as I wanted to today, but I tried to get some different angles for you guys. And from here, you could see my squat depth, which I mentioned in a recent video that sometimes I squat too deep. So this would be considered below parallel, and you can see my hip crease is slightly below my knee, which is fine, but I actually went a little bit lower than that, and this is what some people would call ass to grass, where some can go lower than this, some can't get that low, and in my personal situation, it's probably not the smartest thing to be squatting that low or trying to use a stretch reflex, especially if you've dealt with any kind of lower back injury. So there are many people who get away with that stretch reflex. They were built to squat, and that's how they squat best. So you really have to find what's going to work out best for you, and that's why I implemented some pause squats recently so I could teach myself where I should be stopping as I just hit below parallel. But enough about that. Moving forward, Brittany was doing some back work like I mentioned earlier, and I think what we're going to start doing is I might start hitting the gym by myself while she's at work during the day and get my main movements out of the way. So I told you guys I've been working on my squat and my bench press, and that takes a lot of time for me to warm up for those sets. And Brittany gets out of work, and then the last thing she wants to do is sit around waiting for me to finish my training. So I'll still be going to the gym with her at night and maybe helping her through some of the stuff with her training, and maybe just doing a lot of my accessory work with her later at night. But I think I'm going to get much better workouts if I just go during the day when the gym's not as crowded and I can really take my time. So it's not that Brittany's rushing me later at night, it's just I know that after a long day at work, the last thing she wants to do is watch me foam roll my glutes. So I think I'm gonna get my main movements out of the way, and then we'll train together later on. And I'll be sure to get footage of both of those sessions for you guys, and maybe even implement some of her training into its own video. So we'll be playing with a lot of stuff on the channel to not only, you know, help our training personally, but help you guys as well and provide some different content. So after I did my squats, I actually did calves, which you just saw. I know, quite the surprise, but I figured I might as well do them while I still have some energy. So we did some squats, we did some calves, and then I did a tricep to finish off my workout. So that's like a superset plus an extra exercise, doing 3 sets of 20 on each machine. So 3 sets of 20 on that horizontal leg press, or some people call it a hack squat, 3 sets of 20 on the hamstring curl, and then right over to the leg extensions. And that pretty much concluded the workout. So went higher volume towards the end, went a bit heavier for me on the squats in the beginning, and that was it. So thank you guys as always for watching. We appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of this video. All right, so this is pretty much how we end the night. We lay here, we got the computer right here, and we're watching some TV. And I just want to show you guys, we've talked about on the channel before about, you know, looking for a place to live. And if you guys watch my boy Raymond over at The Online Coach, make sure to check out his channel. But he just mentioned recently in a video how he's trying to get us to move out to Temecula, California. We were talking about the prices of houses and everything, and I talk to Christian Guzman every day, and he's like, come out to Texas. And the main thing is how expensive it really is to live in New York. But I want to show you guys really quick. We're on the real estate websites, and just to give you an idea, this house right here would be something you can get in Texas. Now this is, I just looked up, what is it, Pflugerville, Texas. So my brother Mike used to live here. Now this goes for $299,000, and you can see how beautiful that house is. It's all brick face, it's got a huge garage, tall ceilings, all that stuff. Now for $299,000 in New York, one town over from where I live, you can get something like that. So that gives you an idea of, now obviously this doesn't apply for every single house. You know, there are houses in New York for $300,000 that are pretty nice. But at the same time, if you take $300,000 and you go somewhere else, you can get a 5-bedroom, stone-faced, in-ground pool, all that kind of stuff. So right now we're just up in the air about where we want to live. So, you know, we looked at California, we looked at Texas, we looked at North Carolina, and we're just going to continue looking until we think about it. We haven't had the chance to visit a lot of places, so that's another factor that comes into play. We're talking about maybe renting for a little while first. So if you guys have suggestions, we're definitely open to, where do you live and do you like the area? And
let us know other areas too, like within those states that are good to look at. I mean, we've been looking a lot at like the Southern California area. The online coach had mentioned Marietta and Temecula, where he lives, and we've just been looking for areas around that area that are also nice and that are affordable. So if you have any other suggestions, let us know.
Yeah, we're not against living in California. You got the beautiful weather and all that good stuff. But again, I've only been there once when I went to the Quest headquarters, so I didn't really get to experience Cali. I've been to Texas once when my brother lived there, and never been to North Carolina, but we're up in the air. If you guys have suggestions, again, let us know. But you guys are going to know. We're going to take you along on the journey on this channel as soon as we kind of make those decisions. So I think it's time for us to close the computer, get to bed. Got to be up for work in the morning. That's it, man. Have a good night, guys. Hey, I'm back. Like this video if you think Brittany should quit her job and work with me. And we're at the end of the video again. If you missed the 100,000 subscriber thank you video, it's playing right there on the screen. Go ahead and click it to watch it. If you want to join that VIP list or apply for online coaching, you can do so right here on this screen. And also don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. So thanks again, guys, and we'll catch you all in the next video.